Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to our channel on One Question a Day. The question that we are going to deal today is balanced occlusion. Balanced occlusion is traditionally defined in prosthodontics as or tooth morphology as the simultaneous contact of opposing upper and lower tooth, that is the maxillary and mandibular teeth, in centric relation. That is the most important terminology, centric relation position. That is also meaning at a established vertical height and a continuous, smooth, bilateral gliding from the position within the normal range of mandibular function. Right? So the criteria is simultaneous contact of teeth in centric relation. So it is 1, 2, smooth bilateral movement, 3, gliding, 4, normal range of mandibular function. 5 points is the most important thing. So we have 5 points for this. So, and it is Hannock, Winmant, and Tillman who gave up this formula of condylar inclination. That is the 5 factors that guides this balance occlusion is the inclination of the condylar guidance, inclination of the incisal guidance, the plane of occlusion, the compensating curves, and the cuspal inclination, which is given by the formula of concentric occlusion is the or Thielmann's formula. Condylar inclination by incisal guidance by occlusal plane into cuspal inclination into compensatory curve. This is the relationship between, that is, how to balance the incisal guidance, condylar guidance dictating by the cuspal inclination, the plane of occlusion, and the curve, compensatory curves. How to balance this? The candidate has effectively said how to balance this. So, given up this formula, and this is called as the Thielmann's formula. Condylar inclination into incisal guidance by occlusal plane into cuspal inclination compensatory. This essentially means if condylar inclination increases, this has to be compensated or vice versa. So the types of balanced occlusion are unilateral, bilateral, or protrusion depending upon the range of motion. And the prerequisite for the balancing occlusion is the plane of occlusion must have a proper orientation within the horizontal occlusal surfaces. A compensatory curve is a must, and no interlocking transverse ridges. In the maxillary teeth, no buccal cusp contact. The static centric occlusal contact is there. Established vertical dimension is essential, and no buccal cusp contacts in lateral excursions of lateral movement. A 3-point contact at centric relation is not sufficient for buttress. That is 1 anterior or 2 posterior. The traditional key of occlusion is not sufficient for balanced occlusion. Instead, it should be simultaneous contact of all teeth. So key of occlusion is not the only factor, but simultaneous contact of all teeth should be there. It is not usually present in natural dentition, but it is usually recreated factor in denture stability. If you don't pay attention to balanced occlusion in dentures, the probability of the denture not being stable is very eminent. So balanced occlusion is not usually because of lot of compensation by tooth position happens in natural dentition, whereas in dentures you need to recreate it. So this is very important, and that is the clinical significance. With that, we come to the end of the short notes on balanced occlusion. A very, very, very confusing, often asked question in the university exams. Stay connected with this channel, subscribe to this channel, and happy learning till we meet again.